So, Expedition Conquistador. If you haven't heard of this game, you may have heard of the sequel, Expedition Vikings, which apparently sold fairly well, but most people tell me that the first one wasn't as streamlined and it was actually a much better game. But since I already got this game like a long time ago, it was I first heard about it because of the combat. It looked kind of like, or the gameplay totally. It looks just like Heroes of Might and Magic and like King's Bounty, the old King's Bounty. Not the old King's, the new King's Bounty. My bad. King's Bounty, the Legend, and the Armor Princess. Anyways, the name implies that we're playing at the Conquistadors, which is not often made into games. I can't pick Mexico, okay. Yeah, let's start. Normal difficulty, no Iron Man. No? Yeah. Okay, let's go, man. I'll be Hernando Mendez. Okay, that's good. Character creation, blah 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 blah. Tactics, starting situation of battle. Negotiation, cultures. Yeah, you know what? Let's go like full diplomacy. Ah, so, gameplay, from what I know, I only played like a little bit. We're giving up. But from what I know, you play as the Conquistadors. You're here to... How should I say this nicely? You're here to conquer these savages and steal all their gold. And before people get mad, I know people get like, oh, you can't call them savages. No. I'm not calling them savages. The game probably calls them savages. You know, Pocahontas, savages. They are barely human. You know, that shit. And we get to pick followers. Like, there's a whole bunch of them. And you can see their personalities, like racist, cautious. Okay, back then everybody's racist, okay? They can call them savages all they like. But since we're being, well, diplomatic, we should pick like open-minded, peaceful. So, not these two. Like Sanchez. 27-year-old Teresa's mother died when she was giving birth, launching her father into a deep depression from which he never recovered. Seeing suffering all around her as a child, she grew determined to help people to get well. Before joining your expedition, she was a local doctor in your area, where she excelled particularly in stitching wounds. You're on the team. And this Velasquez. Not so much is known about Antonio, beside him being an extremely talented doctor. How he gained the knowledge he possesses or the skill that he exhibits are a mystery. Wandering into town from the forests on a day like any other, he quickly attracted a crowd of curious people in the poor quarters. He went from person to person, and with simple remedies, made almost every sick person better. His sympathetic nature is unmatched. He can make any person feel welcome in his company. He sounds like a saint! I wonder what this guy... Born in 1469, he had a relatively normal childhood, growing up in a small farm town, met the love of his life, who he married at a young age. He was apprenticing as an alchemist when his wife fell ill from typhus, and died a short while later. The loss sent him into a deep depression, and he buried himself in his work in the field of disease treatment. He never fully recovered from his broken heart, and partly the reason he joined the expedition was to get over his grief. A somber and quiet man, but no man knows the field of disease than he. Well, hell, he sounds like a good guy too. You know what? No, let's peaceful. Racist. Racist. But she's peaceful. At least maybe she won't fight. Let's see. Let's read. Beautiful Bonita was a daughter of a royal huntsman to the king. The hell? Her radiant charms and her incredible beauty made her the most attractive maiden in the court, to the extent that her father was forced to hire guards to keep away the suitors. What most women would kill to have was a curse to Bonita. However, as she longed to be respected and admired for her achievement rather than her looks, this desire finally drove her to run away and join her expedition. Okay, let's keep her for now. Racist, narcissistic. He's also racist. Okay, one racist person. Peaceful. Altruistic. Proud. Okay, I get him or her. Courageous, proud. Him as well. Nice. Cautious, proud. You know what? We don't need her then. Dismiss. We don't need racists. Get out of here. This one. Born in 1489, she grew up in the city under the roof of a Fletcher. Her knowledge of both rivals any expert, and her ability to handle them exceeds even that. But she has proven to be equally handy with Sir Arquebus. That's a gun, right? Yeah, that's a gun. She trained with the city to be equally handy. No, wait. She trained in the city guard for several years before eventually surpassing her superior. Thinking of her duty in teaching her fellow students, although not exactly humble, she is still well aware of her limitations and has an overall pleasant personality, making her a great companion. Yeah, on a team. Okay, Mr. Lopez, what about you? Raphael had a good life as a hunter in Spain, until he messed it all up. Mine was baseless jealousy and drunken. What the frick? He murdered his loving. Okay, you're not on the team. Fuck that. I'm done reading. Alejandro Pintado was son of a Viscount. What the hell's a Viscount? He like a, I don't know. Whose house fell into disgrace and destitution when he ran afoul of a cardinal and became the target of the Inquisition. The nature and origin of the dispute that fell Pintado are murky and mysterious. And if Alejandro knows anything, he's unwilling to share it. He joined your Hermandad, hoping to restore honor to his name. So far, he's been doing quite well. And what is aggressive? That's not good. I don't need an aggressive person. But she's open-minded. Oh, open-minded. Making morale from another ethnicity. Oh, okay. Engage an enemy. Oh, okay. Let's read a little bit. Aggressive, proud every time you win a battle. Immorale every time you make significant discovery. Or racist. Lose morale, recruit another ethnicity. Oh, so we're gonna get like. Was it the Incans? The Aztecs that they conquered? I don't quite remember. There's the. Okay. I have to say, I'm not familiar with this history. Because in like social studies, in Canada, all we learned was like the Hudson Bay Company, the fur trade, the Métis, Louis Riel. We learned a lot about Louis Riel. And yeah. So I don't know anything. Or the history of this Conquistador thing. Okay. This guy. Okay, let's do 200 for now. We have a lot of room, so it's like racist. Okay, not clicking you. Peaceful. Okay. Daniel Reyes grew up in a family of soldiers, and he was determined to ascend the family tradition. Though his father set him on the path of a military career, he chose to study strategy and battle tactics. And through hard work and stubbornness, he earned a respectable place as a war advisor to a marquis. A Reyes is in the possession of ever-traveling mind. When rumors of new war reach his ears, speaking of dark cults and heathen rituals, those Aztecs. He set his sights on those mysterious new shores, If there was an ancient matching forbidden knowledge, it would be his. It sounds a little weird, but let's read the other one. Julio's father was killed defending his birthing mother. What? Why? His parents had been traveling on their own town when they were attacked by bandits. Oh. His mother escaped, wounded and breaking water. She collapsed and died close to the city gates. But luckily, a young couple rescued Julio from his dying mother's room and raised the child as their own. Because his adoptive father was the keeper of your father's library, Julio grew up surrounded by books and pamphlets alike. It was natural for him to turn to the sciences in that environment. Something stirred him, driving him to seek adventure. Mercedes was born in 1496 to unknown parents. She was found on the steps of a convent where she was taken in and cared for. Growing up, she proved extremely difficult for the nuns, preferring to study fields that challenged their faith. In fear of being branded a witch, she ran away at age 13 and lived a secluded life until joining her expedition. Her insights into mythology are unrivaled. That sounds fun. And facing a world with rich mythology, that can be fun. So far, I'm either Race or Valiente. Carlos. Aggressive. No aggression. Aggression bad. I can get both. What is this type both? Okay, scouts. Okay, okay. From what I heard, you don't need scholars. But you need hunters a lot, so we need one more hunter. Courageous. Oh no, he's the murderer. We don't need him. Oh, we don't need her. Okay. Life was not good to Gabriella in the early years of her life. Thrown out of her family house to fend for herself at the age of 12, she resorted to prostitution and begging to feed herself. After nearly died following a desperate makeshift abortion, her luck finally changed when she was taken in by a lonely old woodsman who taught her hunting and tanning. Her sense of self-worth was finally restored after several years of maintaining a respectable living. She joined a crew of ships to Hispaniola, where you met her as a hunter in the forest southeast of Santo Domingo. Alright, you're hired. Dollars? Race. Yeah. He has like more knowledge. But he has all this mythology. Oh, by the way, each of these characters has their own like storyline and everything, so the gameplay changes dramatically depending on who you get from her. Okay, she has mythology. Maybe she'll like teach us about Aztec stuff. Peaceful, cautious adventures. Oh, he seems good. Ever since he was a child, Montego always had a strong sense of civic duty and a powerful desire to find adventure and be a hero, but he was never really good at combat or very fond of killing people. When he joined your Hermandad, he looked up the study of maps and oriented and quickly became the best scout in your brotherhood. Yoink, you're in. Who's this? Peaceful. Okay. Francisco is a short and slender young man with a delicate feature and a roguish charm. Though he had only recently joined your Hermandad in your name, he left for the new world. He was eager to join your expedition. While he lacks in strength, he more than makes up in endurance and agility, and his acrobatic tricks are particularly popular in the evening around the campfires. He seems okay. I wonder who these are. Aggressive, racist. We need soldiers. 2 soldiers. That'd be perfect. Do I need 2 scouts? Yeah, I 2 scouts fine. Born in servitude. What? Kiara started her training as a squire. She developed a taste for combat very quickly, and skill became apparent to you. At your suggestion, she joined your Hermandad as a full-time soldier and has been training there for the past several years. Well, if she serves me, she's like 100% loyal, right? So, yup. Aggressive, racist, nope. Aggressive, courageous, nope. Peaceful. Oh, okay. Born in 1493 and a distant relative on her mother's side, she became noticed for hunting down a group of local bandits near her home and single-handedly disposing of him. Her feat was more through blind luck than talent, but through training with her Hermandad, she became a skilled and remarkable fighter. Yeah. Aggressive. Not much is known about Juan Ortega. Despite his ruthlessness on the field of battle, he's a polite and soft-spoken character most of his time. But he keeps himself and doesn't speak in the past. It has been established that he served as a mercenary for a few years before traveling to Hispaniola, where he joined their expedition. But nobody knows where he's from and why. Sounds like he has a terrible past. Peaceful, altruistic, and proud. Okay. Young Rosalia is the daughter of her father's most trusted supporter. Wait, that means she's 100% loyal as well. One time she could walk, she started her training. Her father determined to honor his name because her father had wished for a son. Approval did not come easy, but she attained it. Her loyalty is unquestionable. I don't need to read the rest. And despite her youth, her swordsmanship is flawless. She's 19? Are you even old enough to travel? Actually, yeah, I guess. Okay. The year is 1518, a year before Hernan Cortez will be elected captain of the third expedition to the South American mainland, where he will overthrow the Aztecs. I was right, it was the Aztecs! But that would not happen because you have beaten him to the punch. You're the eldest child of a Spanish nobleman, and you yourself hold the title of Hidalgo. There's too many Spanish words, I don't know. They need like, you know, those Kickstarter games, like, what's that game called? Pillars of Eternity, where these terms are highlighted and you go mouse over and explain everything. Yeah, you need that. With your father's backing, you may have been the leader of a successful Hermandad. Explain, meaning brotherhood. Back in the old world, a peacekeeping association of armed individuals. Yes, peacekeeping with weapons. Yes, we're gonna conquer the Aztec Empire through peace and weapons. Which protected countryside around your father's town. During this time, you demonstrated an aptitude for leadership and strategy that earned you the respect of the people under your command. But it was a time of a greater challenge. With the king's permission and your father's financial support, you purchased a ship and selected your crew from the best of the brothers and sisters in Hermandad. Together, you are off on a long and arduous journey to explore a new world. In your cargo hold, you bring rations, medicine, equipment, and assorted valuables. You must first make a stop on the Caribbean island of Hispaniola, under Spanish domain since 1496. Here you will hire servants or buy slaves, rest and restock, and gain what information you can about a new world. After 5 weeks on the Atlantic Ocean, there are people gathering on the deck, as they call land ahoy, rings from the rigging. On a clear afternoon, gulls greeting in the wake of your ship. You sail to the port of Santo Domingo, the seat of Spanish colonial rule in the New World.
1518. That year, the Maria Teresa left Spain and set sails for Santo Domingo. Each of us had our reasons for going, but on the sea, they did not matter. The fraternity was our family, and we followed our captain. In the worst moments, we learned who we could trust with our lives. The troubles only strengthened our resolve. When we finally glimpsed the shores of Hispaniola on the horizon, relief and excitement washed over us, our hearts filled with the promise of adventure. Our welcome was far from warm, however. The Gobernador disbanded our group and stripped our Capitan of command. If we were to continue, the Capitan would need to win his favor. It was only the first of many challenges.
Long load. Okay. Yeah, it's just like Heroes of Might and Magic. You take steps and like... As soon as you disembark, you're accosted by a group of soldiers led by a tall, heavy-set man with graying hair, dressed in the captain's army uniform. Halt! By the order of Governor Bernardo the Menzendo, I'm confiscating your vessel and all her crew and cargo. Fosters, I want to do that for you. The Raymond. With what justification, if you please? Oh, you stole everything! You bastard. It technically does not please the governor to give justification for his decisions. But he has instructed me to instruct you to go to the palace and speak to his grace forthwith. Perhaps you can pry explanation out of him. I'm gonna station one of the people here. Nothing disappears. They're all enthusiastic. Okay. Soldier. You signal for Rosalia Padilla to head back into the cargo hold. She nods and takes off. A single twitch by the left eye is all that betrayed Noriega's annoyance at your insult. As your grace wishes. My name is Juan Noriega. By the way, pleased to meet you. Fernando Menendez. I should pick an easier name. He nods and lets you slip past him. Then he gets back to business impounding everything you own. Okay? Going... Is this? I think it is. Enter the... Alcazar the Colon? You're led to the office of Governor Bernardo. The governor does not seem particularly pleased to see you. Why? Senor Mendez, I'm glad you could come here so quickly. That's Captain Mendez, Governor. The governor dismisses your questions with a quick wave, but affords no further attention. I know your father by reputation, a powerful man back in Spain, but this is Hispaniola, and now you answer to me. I will not let a spoiled nobleman's son pay his way to the New World with his father's money. I have better uses for your men and supplies than to waste them chasing after foolish dreams of fortune and glory. Do you understand? What? These are my people. They serve me. The corner of the governor's lip curl up condescendingly. They serve the Spanish crown, and here I am the Spanish crown. Your men and your ship are going nowhere without my permission. You'll get no such thing as this colony is under threat. You want me? No. I'll gladly help you for these savages. See? I was right. No, fine. What will you have me do? Go to the fortress and find the quartermaster. Bartolio Rosso. He will insist to test you, and I see no reason not to indulge him. When he is done with you, return to me, and we'll discuss how to proceed from there. Yeah. Finding the fortress is not difficult. Now that you're no longer in a hurry, you have time to take in a new city on your way there. I gotta say, the art design is pretty cool. I really kinda like it. Find Il Rosso smoking a pipe in the shade, evidently enjoying the warm climate while he watches some soldiers train in the courtyard. He addresses you with a very friendly voice. So, you're the new arrival. I saw your ship come in. I dare say it's quite impressive. You must know the right people back in the old world. Notice his accent is distinctly Italian, from somewhere around Firenze. If your ears do not deceive you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Senor Rosso. The portly man raises his eyebrow and let out a single bell and laugh. The Mazzanendo generally call me that. I never thought that old Strongzo would drop the formality. My name is Umberto de Rossi, Italian, but nobody calls me that except the governor. And I suppose he finally started using my nickname as well. No matter. What does Il Rosso mean? It means the red. But if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not go on how I came to acquire that name. Now what may I call you, Capitan? My name is Hernando Menendez. Very good. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Menendez. Mazanello sent me here to take command of my people. If you will excuse my fictitiousness, they are not currently your people, Capitan. However, I will be happy to release them into your command once you have shown me that you understand what it takes to command Spanish men and women into battle. Anything less will be irresponsible. Very well. He Russell spreads his arm and loudly claps his hand together in a sweeping motion. That's the sort of aptitude that's what we encountered. Here, most of your people have been done unloading their equipment onto your flying ship. Why don't we go ahead and divide them into two sides? I'll lead one group, you assume command of the other. If need, we know what you're doing. If I can only have 3, then I'm gonna take the soldiers. What the hell would I not take the soldiers? Who are soldiers? I don't remember names. I assume the ones with like swords is soldiers? Field? Oh, he's a doctor. Hunter. Oh, yeah, hunters are good too. Good battle! You can set a password long distance by clicking on any icon in the world map. Press space by default to get moving. Okay. Yeah, trigger battle. Your people highlighted by blue. The enemies that highlighted was red. Click on one of your troops or the corporate. Whoa! Place the unit directly opposite that enemy. Most units can be a flanking director. Interest additionally more damage. Are you past the enemy? Yeah, okay. Also providing okay. Who am I? Here? Means anything on line of sight. Partial cover, full cover, okay. I can't run away, right? Okay. Am I really killing my own men? What the hell? Before you can move, yeah. I know how to play tactics then, okay? Misses. I probably shouldn't need more soldiers, right? I'm gonna fight. Abilities. Okay. Doctor can restore. Well, I don't have a choice right now. I have to fight. Okay, let's get here behind cover. Accuracy 71%. I can run here. No, I can shoot and then run over. Yeah. And 38%. Okay. Where's the other guy? Where'd he go? Oh, here you are. 70%. Okay. Nice. Good shot. And shit, what would I? Here. Zero percent? 78%, okay. Yeah, 78%, alright. Maybe I can finish him off. Nope. Missed. Well, he can't run anyways. But this person's probably dead. What's your name? Sierra? Yeah, Sierra Barrerio. 78%. Ah, she's probably dead. 0%. Alright, you know what? Just come out and shoot. 76. This bow sucks ass! Why is he using a why is she using a bow? When everyone else gets guns. Ouch, that's good. Flawless victory. Mortal Kombat now? Well fought, you're quite a tactician. Well done indeed, your people are free to join up with you if they wish. I have no qualms about letting you take them. You could tell the governor I said so. I hope this is not the last we see each other, young man. Not appreciatively. He responds with a smile and a tired nod, and then Rossi pats you on the back, and then lights up his pipe and walks back to the place in the shade. Earn my command. Returning to the palace, you may wait for an insultingly long time, where the governor finishes some allegedly important responsibilities. Fortunately, the palace is a very lovely garden courtyard where you can sit and pass time. When you're finally led through to the Manzendo. God damn, his name's hard. Manzanando, it is without even a hint of apology for the wait. Yes, good. I think you have passed whatever test Rossi has devised for you. Then I expect you to please know that the perfect opportunity has turned up for you to serve the people of Santo Domingo. I did not come to like the potion to play fetch for you. Let's play nice for now. My troop and I are your service, Governor. Bitch. As you may have surmised, several problems encroach upon our control of this island. Most certainly, our supply lines of Santiago de los Caballeros in the north are being disrupted by a native cult of pagans that we suspect is using some old ruins in the deepest jungles of our island. Our supply lines must be secured, or the people of Santiago will soon be severely threatened by the slaves and the rebels. The troops of Santo Domingo allow this to go unaddressed. Capitan Noriega refuses to take his troop anywhere near those ruins, and in any event, they cannot be spared. They are needed to protect the city against the slaves. I have no superstitious misgivings. Where are these ruins located? Northeast from here. That way, the jungle gets denser and the ground turns swampy. The ruins are somewhere in the middle of it. Bear in mind, we know next to nothing about this cult. We don't know what kind of people they are or how much of a fight they'll be putting up. I suggest you catch them by surprise. Cut them down first. There'll be plenty of time to find out whether they're not good later. We'll see what the situation looks like when we get there. Yes, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Feel free to keep whatever items are worth you can cover to that place. We'll call it your reward for a job well done. Return here when it's over. We'll discuss the next assignment. As you leave the governor's, you met with the young woman in uniform. Capitan Hernando Menendez? Isabel, Okay, Isabel, at your service. I'll take you to the docks and oversee the transfer of cargo in your possession. Take her hand and kiss it. Very good, leader. What the kind... Let's see what this does. You lift your hand to your lips and kiss it gently. She blushes ferociously and conceals a smile behind her hand. Follow me, please. Yes, sir? Concerned woman. Capitan Menendez. A moment of your time if you would be so kind. Of course, Senora. How may I help? I will humbly ask you to keep your men away from our young girl. The arrival of your contingency caused quite a stir here, and your men should know that our girls are virtuous, and we are very much like them to stay that way. My troops are gentlemen. I assure you they would never dream of imposing this on young lady, Senora. You're speaking to Menendez, Senora. I do not accept orders. My troops are gentlemen. Thank you. I can see you're a man of grace who understands the importance of protecting a young girl's virtue. I'm relieved by assurances. Of course. Adios. Adios, Capitan. Okay. So they're telling me not to rape girls, or at least have sex with them. Isabel leads you back to the docks where Umberto de Rossi is jovially overseeing the final custom checks on his cargo from the comfort of his chair, tight firmly held between his teeth. Uncharacteristically, he gets up to greet you when Isabella announces your presence. So we meet again. Sooner than I expected, I must admit. And see, you met Isabella. She's a polite young woman, isn't she? The daughter of Andres the Uranus. Yeah, okay. Let's call it that. We come over on Columbus on the Santa Maria. So you might say she's got a pioneer spirit in her blood. All Andres had her was that was a title. Title girl he took fancy to. As far as I'm concerned, she's as Spanish as they come. Umberto nudges Isabella affectionately, but does little to remove the beet red color of her other embarrassments from her cheek. Why is she so embarrassed? I have no time for this. Like, there really should be none of them. I shouldn't talk about it like when she's standing right there. Are you hoping to follow your father's footsteps, Senorita? She seems confused at first, but she realizes that you must be referring to her uniform. My father was a great explorer with a powerful lust for adventure. He was not much of a military man, but I must don the uniform to walk a similar path as he did, and I have done so without hesitation. Even Umberto seems a little puzzled by a cryptic reason. He quickly changes the topic back to the matter. Yes, well, perhaps a story for another time. I expect Capitan Menendez to be wanting to collect his cardos. Yes. Oh, I got... Wait a minute. Was that everything? It's all here, Capitan. 800 reals worth of gold and silver treasure. 1 week of rations for 10 troops. Yeah, 700 reals. And instead medical equipment in the tune of 800 reals and 2,000 reals worth of military. Good, can't remember. Fatiga. The soldier lost. I've been keeping a close eye on dock workers. I caught one of them trying to pocket some of the valuables, and he'll be trying that again soon. I'm going to use the horses as card to some servants. Of course, you may take 3 cars from the garrison. Seeing how Noriega's contingent seems to be afraid to leave the confines of the town anyways, I believe we can spare a dozen slaves from the docks. Serve you on the incursion to the island. Please make their no slaves. No slaves. Umberto cocks his head slightly to the side. I'm sure I can arrange that. We need a dozen of them, and they'll determine to pay up front, of course. I'll come on the tab. See if the gig price, say 200 reals. No. It goes 200 valuables. That'll be fine. I'll leave me as soon as the supplies have been loaded onto the cars. Have to join us on our way out. Umberto nods and hurry upstairs to the palace. Isabella steps forward again. Mother is title? I feel you're part of my forwardness, but will you permit to join an expedition? Captain Menendez, you got experience in battle? I've trained for many hours with... Hours? It should be years. But no, I have never faced a real enemy. I'll be happy to simply help the carts and work around the camp every night until I'm ready to fight. It's not going to be a pleasant walk in the park. Woods. What are your skills? What can you make yourself useful? Only because you're a woman. Oh my god. What are your skills? I spent much time with the Taino as I live here in Santo Domingo. I know their culture and their tradition. Not to mention their language. I'll be useful interpret. Oh. Okay. Go and sign up with Umberto. A sparkling grin across Isabella's face as she sets off at the brisk pace towards the fortress and Packers thing. Okay then. Bartering. High supply of money. Low supply. Low... Yeah, no. I'm not gonna trade them. Cathedral. The cathedrals are under... Should I? Why not? It's a Franciscan monk by the name of Carl. Town's monastery. The sermon is quite different from the seasonal themes you're used to back in Spain. It's clearly colored by trials of settling the new world. After the sermon, Romano Carl stands at the door to thank everybody for attending as they leave. He's a slender man, in his mid-60s, with a long white beard and gentle eyes. While you shake his hand, he gives you one look and pulls you aside. Your Grace, a moment of your time, please, Capitan Noriega has mentioned you in passing. He said you and your troop might be heading north to Santiago de... This isn't the foreseeable future. Would like me to deliver a message? In a manner of speaking, I'm hoping you can convince you to bring a modest load of Bibles to the good people of Santiago. Our Bible-related shipment of people of Santiago need the most. Regular caravans do more supplies go between Santo Domingo and Santo Diego, but this is a special shipment. The word of God is sadly not reproduced in quantities as large as food and weapons. If this shipment were to be lost, it would be something approaching a tragedy. Is there anything you can do to compensate me for my time? Hey, I need money, okay? Of course, I will not ask you to do something like this for your troops without offering payment for your service. Bible should be delivered at the Portuguese mission called Inês Tavares. He has been instructed to pay you 2,000 valuable for your time. Let's not be too greedy. Very well. Thank you, Capitan. Y con Dios. I have no idea what that means. Here. The Word of God. Solcero resident. You're passing by a large home in the northern part of town when a man comes out through the front door. Excuse me, senor. Moment of your time, please. You want? You are the new Capitan that came here on the Maria Theresa, are you not? I've seen your troops. They look very capable. Man hesitates. I'm wondering if you perhaps would be willing to hire some of your men to perform a task for me. I'm willing to compensate you for the time, within reason. I don't believe we've been truth. Oh no, I quite forgot. Please forgive me. My name is Maran Pochero. I'm treasurer of the governors of Santo Domingo. Hernando Menendez. Now, what is the task? My wife is a soldier under Noriega's command. She was sent to the patrol of the mountain northwest of here. Her detachment has returned. They are weeks overdue. I'm beside myself with worry. Owing me assistance. If you will only send some of your troops to search for her, as I said, I will pay you for the time. I must know. I must have her brought back to me if she is still alive. If not, I will take my people to the mountain to search for your wife. Thank you, Capitan Menendez. Her name was Luisa Tosero. She's a surgeon in the army. She's 31 years old and long black curls. She wears a medallion with my portrait. Of course. Please, I will pay you whatever you wish, only to find out how to become of her. Okay. Sure, why not? To talk to him again? Nope. That's it. Okay. Santiago to the temple. Yeah, I need to go to the temple first. Then Santiago. While Noriega soldiers stop against you're leaving Santo Domingo. If you have a moment, Senor Menendez, Capitan Noriega will have one last word with you. Noriega shows up a few minutes later. Thank you for waiting. I don't know what the Mendezo told you about me. I mean, before I pass my prime, but I'm no fool. I spend a lot of time in these jungles, just to make sure you know what you're getting to. Any advice you have? There will be many dangers savages, rebels, bandits. One of the most dangerous foe is hunger. Be mindful of your food reserve. Each person in the expedition will need one ration every day. Nobody likes to go hungry. Where can I stock up? Market here in Santo Domingo sells plenty of food. The North Seas, Santiago has a fine market of their own. There are also 3 Taino villages of significance on the side of the island. One on the north coast, 2 on the east coast. Most Taino are very friendly. Perhaps you can convince them to sell you some food as well. Thank you, Capitan. The old man nods and places his hand on your shoulder. You seem like a man with your heart in the right place. For what it's worth, I think the governor acted unjustly when he confiscated your ship. I wish you the best of luck in your travels. It con Dios. It con Dios. I'm pretty sure it means something like good luck or be safe out there. Is that a pig? You lead a free move zone in the city of Santo Domingo. You move like that, you have a certain amount of moves. Hey, I killed a pig. Aw. Alright, let's go. Who's this? Okay, I'm wasting moves. I gotta keep going. Ah! This. Ah! I don't remember. Okay, let's make camp. I'm gonna make camp. I accidentally closed the tutorial. Make camp, okay. Camping says 3 camp of the night you should assign task or follow. Just ration. This will treat any injured members for expedition. I mean camp, you get assigned tasks to your followers. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Followers not to defend the camp. Followers patrolling. Hunt for meat. Hunt for meat. Yes, this is why we have all the hunters. Herbalism. Serving. Kill captain. Auto assign button. Auto camp. Okay. You are a doctor. Hunters. You will be hunting. How do I assign? Task. Hunting. You. Hunting. You. Hunting. Okay. You will be guarding. And where's the scouts? These are scouts, right? You will be patrolling. What does a scholar do? Rations. Okay, let's. She can't hunt, can she? Oh, I have some meat. Okay, I can preserve it. Doctors? Okay, you can help preserve it. Ration? Everyone gets one ration, I think. Oh no, I have meat. Right? I have meat. You preserve one. Total meat consumption. Yeah, you can't. Patrols are empty-handed. Hunting returns good spirits to the evening's game. Gains 8 meat. Okay. Okay, what is this? Treasure chest. Or a box. I have one of something. I don't know. Oh, it's in the jungle. Okay. Let's go like deep in the jungle then. I don't even know how much moves I've left. I go through to here. Alright, time to camp again. 8 rations, okay. Yeah, you can help hunt. I'll help hunt. Disappointing? Oh, damn it. Okay. Actually, we're close to town. Let's go here. Oh, 20 moves. Okay. What is this? Nothing. Alright, let's deliver our Bibles. I think the market in the center of Santiago de los Caballeros is significantly smaller than the market in Santo Domingo, mainly dominated by outlets for craftsmen that have shops and workshops around town. Your attention is drawn to a large 4-pound stall in the middle of the stands the shortest line the Portuguese merchant. Advertising is good in the voice of a man a dozen times larger. Fresh fruit. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I believe rare trinkets. What's your name? Ah, noble senor. Ah, noble senor. It's always a pleasure to see a distinguished caballero grace the humble cobblestone store market. My name is Deniz Tavares. How may I help you in this fine day? What do you sell, Senor Tavares? Whatever you desire, I have. And if I don't have it now, I can raid it for you later. Oh, I brought a shipment of Bibles. Ah, yes, I'm glad the prize friar managed to find somebody willing to handle. If I'm not mistaken, your promised payment, yes? 100? No, I believe 2,000 valuables, senor. Ah, of course, you're correct. Ass, trying to steal money from me? Of course, you're correct. I have momentarily forgotten the correct sum. My ass, you did. The payment will be delivered to your caravan immediately. It was a pleasure doing business with you, senor. And low, very low. Ooh. Hey. Okay, I'm gonna trade them. Fishing nets for sale. I'm supposed here for fishing. In fact, I thought it's not fishermen to catch. I see you're superior kind of fishing. My name is Juan Quintara, formerly of Noriega's company. Now I make nets. Do you think your nets might be useful at traps from the battlefield? I've done them myself with excellent results. I'll show you how the mechanism should be set up. You won't be disappointed. How much will such a trap cost me? 500. Pretty steep for a net. What do you charge the fishermen? These nets will be a little different, sturdier. Fish don't typically carry knives and swords. Expect the query does. I can't spare that kind of money. Have a good day. Wait, I can lower my price. I have to get off of us, still too soon. I don't want traps. For that. That's it. This is the smallest town I've ever seen. And again, if that city was this small, I guess the town would be used. Well, I'm almost. I think those cows? God damn. Yeah, huge mistake. Uh oh. God! 8 me. Oh, here it comes. Adventure. In the evening, Montango Aragonus comes to you and suddenly asks for a word in private. You can tell that he's a little nervous about what he wishes to talk about. Take him aside and listen. Capitan Menendez, I have an important request to make of you. It's going to seem unreasonable. I feel that I must ask it or eat away at me for the rest of the journey. As a recruit of my company, you can always speak free. You know, that's one of the reasons why I admired you. You run a tight ship, but I always felt that you respect and value us. While in the tavern back in Santiago, I talked to a scout who recently returned from posting in a region called Oruco, on the western side of the island. She said she come into possession of an old stone slab with symbols that describe an ancient temple full of sacrificial gifts of the pagan gods. That sounds amazing. Then she found a Taino elder who was able to translate the symbols, and now she's putting together a group to go back to Boruco to find the temple. She wants to claim treasure, and she asked if I'd be willing to join her expedition. Who will be 12 troops. I will get an even cut, whatever treasure we find. Okay. Okay, the new opportunity when I see the lust for revenge shining in your eyes. A beaming smile slits Montego's face nearly in half. He takes your hand and shakes it empathetically. Thank you, Capitan. You know how much this means to me. I represent a company well on this expedition. Thank you. Montego then runs off to attend the pack of things. Oh, we're missing one person then. At least there's less food. Okay, let's go back then. Need to find that little temple. What the frick? Oh. Got through the forest? Nope. Alright. Have these doctor preserve. What? No. I want these guys preserve. Oh. No, I need. Yeah, 6 out of 8. That's a big difference. Okay. 1 meat. Oh my god, my hunters suck. So much for good hunters. I don't need to preserve anymore. Because these guys can't hunt for crap. 9 meat. Okay, that's good. Ah, herbs. Preserve. Okay. Yeah, we need to, or we can just eat all the meat. Yeah, we don't need to preserve. 3 meat. Oh, you guys suck. I guess probably get more meat if you hunt. How many rations? Oh, I have 22 left. Oh, this is very bad. 1. Oh, come on. You guys are terrible at this. So many hunters as well. 3 hunters? You come back with 1 meat? Approaching the ruins, the sound of low primal chanting emanates from somewhere among them. At the edge of the jungle, you see trees open up to the clearing. You stop your men and signal for them to stay low and out of sight. The ruins appear to be an old temple from a previous civilization. You must have caught the pagans performing a ritual. Men and women are decorating themselves with blue and white paint, different patterns, while others are piling up wood for a large bonfire. Most of the pagans are unarmed, but weapons are ranged within reach, mostly bows, but also some shields and obsidian swords scattered around the clearing with spears, thrust into the ground with heads impaled upon them. On your journey across the Atlantic, your people share a story about this kind of cult. If you attack now before the ritual is underway, you might be able to catch them at disadvantage. However, a nocturnal attack will make use of all this bows a little less dangerous. Let's walk up. They're unarmed right now, so might as well. As you appear from the edge of the jungle, the nearest pagans shout out in alarm, and soon half the dozen cultists are performing semicircles around you. The weapons are ready, but at least they're not pointing them at you yet. Though their face being the outfits are nearly identical, you guess that their leader is probably a woman who wears a slightly large headdress. I mean you no harm. I'm here to learn about what goes on in these ruins. Isabella steps out from the jungle behind you and helpfully translates your words to a language that the pagan seems to understand. In their response, the woman you peg the leader takes a single step forward. I am Oh my. This is hard! Isabella helpfully throws in a note that the Kakeek tribal chief. You are a tribe? Casiguaya nods, perhaps a little surprised that you could not tell. You have interrupted our ritual of cleansing. What do you want from us? What is the ritual about? Every year, we bring the preserved heads of our elders here. We arrange them around the holy site to call upon their spirits for protection. Then we create a bonfire and dance around it while performing the mystical chants of our ancestors. This is an ancient ritual that has been passed down for generations. It's unique to our tribe. What are these terrible choices? That sounds benign enough. I must ask you, however, to leave those ruins tonight after you're finished. Ah, behind you, Mercedes. Ah, she's the weirdo who likes Capitan Menendez. Surely you do not mean us to allow the heathen to go through with the ungodly ritual? Piss off! I'm the Capitan. Casiguaya turns to discuss your request with her tribesmen. Then she turns back to a grudging nod. Very well, we thank you for respecting our traditions, and in return, we'll vacate this site tonight, as soon as the ritual is complete. She's saying Casiguaya, leave her and her tribe to the peculiar rites. Okay, what are my tasks? What are my quests? Okay. Promote and equip. Promote your followers with enough experience. Blah 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 blah. Promotion. Blah 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 blah. Oh, can I like boost their hunting then? Nope. No point. Unassigned equipment. Oh, let's to the soldiers. What's the... You know what? Yes, screw that. Wow. Getting down. Okay. Upgrade your guns as well. What? There's some armor as well. Good armor. And these guys can upgrade their armor. What upgrade your armor as well? It's good for now. And we're done? Where's our quest? How do I see quests? Oh, here we go. Report back to the governor. Northwest. Nope. It's fine, let's go back. I need some meat, or one meat. Oh, you. The horror specs. General mood is good during the evening meal. Your people managed by the danger of lands and the general troubles of eventually life out. The minds to enjoy the meal while sharing stories of their homeland. However, you notice Antonio Velasquez finishing the meal rather quickly and sneaking off in the woods in a large hunter sack. Alright, Antonio, what are you up to? All the past Antonio took can have no trouble tracking his footprints to the soft mud. The doctor is just out of earshot of the camp. Kneeling in a large patch of moss, animal entrails spread out before him. What are you doing out here? He jumped to the starter. Menendez, you follow me here from the camp? I only wish to make sure you're right. Of course, I'm grateful for your concern. Is something wrong? I don't know what you're doing with those intestines. First, let me assure you this is nothing occult or demonic about the practice. Enlighten me. Have you ever heard of horoscope spices? Heptatology? Divination of animal entrails? It's an ancient practice, and quite harmless, except for the animal, of course. Are the animals not supposed to be correctly sacrificed? I helped out in the kitchen tonight. Doesn't think you have to volunteer for the kitchen. It's a wing or somewhere that not can merit the wrath of the church. I know for no other practitioners in Spain other than myself and my long-departed master. I can deduce you learned haruspicy from the same master who taught you medicine. He laid the foundation of my knowledge, yes. I was more interested in that past, much to his dismay. I've spent all my years building on what he taught, learning to help people directly, physically. Through your incision. A druid. I shall be Yes, you better continue to keep it to yourself. Your discretion means a lot to me, Captain. Now don't just stay too late. I don't want you to get snatched up by natives. I think you can divine the terrible doom from the entire expedition. Then by all means, let me know. He laughs, nods. You return to the camp before the sea. Then you heard Antonio's soft footsteps pass your tent as he returns safely from his clandestine victory. Okay. See, I don't mind, but back then, the Spanish Inquisition would have caught him and he would have been tortured and killed. That's all I'm gonna say. And we really need food. I don't think I have enough food for people right now. Oh god. Right. Hey, to meet! Nice. Isabella is chopping firewood for tonight's campfire when you pass by her. He pauses and holds her hand on top of the axe. Buenos tardes, Capitan. Buenas tardes, Isabella. How are you settling into the company? How do you feel like one of the troops? Are you living up to your expectations? I don't know if I was expecting much of anything, really. I joined Noriega's company so I can make a difference. Learn to take care of myself, and I don't know, following your father's footsteps. My father wasn't a military man. I wanted to fight the rebels. I don't know if they even understand, but they're tearing Hispaniola apart. I thought I could fight the rebels in Noriega, but he's terrified to send his troops out of Santo Domingo. Whereas you want to make peace? That is my greatest ambition. I know see me as Spanish. The Spanish see me as Taino. I always like to see each other in the light of friendship rather than mistrust. Yeah, that sounds pretty normal to me. I was seen as white by the Asians, and seen as Asian by the whites. So, yeah. That was my life. So, how will you deal with the rebels? I will kill him! I will not enjoy it, but it must be done. The rebels sold descent among the Taino. We are peaceful people by nature. They explored the Negro slaves we brought here, and they killed innocent people and burned down Taino huts and Spanish houses alike. They claim their fight for freedom and justice. They have fight their own petty interests at heart. How can you be so sure? It cruelly betrays them. Who is your mother? She was a proud and gracious woman, but she held no special status within her tribe. She lived in a village in the jungle in the eastern... Oh, she's half... Oh, so yeah, okay, yeah. No wonder she keeps telling you how she was a Taino. She held associates in the tribe. Lived on a village in the jungle in the eastern part of the island. The tribe cast her out for falling in love with my father. And she came to live with him in Santo Domingo when the Spanish disease claimed her when I was 9 years old. I'm sorry to hear that. It was a long time ago. The wound has healed. Give the good relation to Umberto. Umberto is a good man. When he regards you, he sees beyond ancestry and looks at your contents in the heart. I think he's the only person in Santo Domingo whom I can... Okay, get back away. Alright. Make it in town. Make it into town. Make it in town! Yes, there we go. Okay, let's buy some food. I'm desperate for some food. Because my hunters can't hunt. Okay. Wait, hold on. There we go. I was like, what? 30 should be enough for now. This time, the Mendelo staff was straight into something late, and the governor puts you up behind his fancy desk and enters out. Need a thing? Vacated the rooms, they won't be using it any longer. Well, that's perhaps not as quite the permanent solution they're hoping for. Yeah, I know what you were hoping for, asshole. You can re-establish trade routes in Santiago then. That'll benefit our economy greatly. I expect you to send some supplies searching the jungle for these heathen. I should direct Senor Choquero, our treasurer, to have the payment for services when they brought you carts. They used to restart the starters. I think 1,000 valuables should suffice. That's very generous, you governors. Any further problems you have to solve, I may be to execute some sort of permanent solution that you would prefer, but that depends on my true willing to be. Okay. You make your point with eloquence and grace, Capitan Menendez. Very well, I shall raise the sum to 1,500 valuables. I'm good. Very well. Hopefully you'll make the difference in your next engagement. Now, let's talk about the rebels. Yes, the rebels. Think our countrymen will sink so low as to make war upon the colony of Spain. Who leads them? As far as we know, there are two rebel leaders. One group is led by Esteban Galargo, man of who used to be a notorious brawler in Spain before he came up here. We don't know who leads the second group. They mainly terrorize the northern coast, and make no more about them in Santiago. But they turn out to face the crown. Idealism, greed, madness. Take your pick, I couldn't say. The heart of the matter, then what should we do about it? The rebels must be defeated at all costs. The problem will be finding them. Galago's band has recently been raiding our mines in the mountains, west of here. Freeing our slaves, stealing our silver ore, and destroying our equipment. Man is a menace. He's got our soldiers cowering in fear. If you visit the mines and speak to our troops there, you may be able to track him down. As for the other group, your best chance is to go to Santiago and talk to Capitan Leandra Vizcaino. Their company has been stationed there for the past 6 months to defend the town against the northern rebel army. I've heard of no progress in that regard, but you must have learned something by now. Hopefully you find something to help you neutralize the bastards. I think that's the one. Whatever. Whichever part of the problem you decide to deal with first, I wish you good luck. Return to me when you have something to report. Senor Menendez. Oh, under the guards, blah blah blah. Senor Menendez. Senor De Rossi was here looking for you earlier. He asked me to tell you he'd like to talk to you. Okay.